You know, and continuing with our theme about stress and how it can impact your life negatively, and cortisol release and so forth, this hormone that is so damaging to the body, Susie Roos joins us right now. Susie has written a book that is really amazing, and it's a new area of study for me, Harnessing the Power of the Mind for Healing That Stress. Welcome aboard, and thank you for coming in. Great book, by the way.
Thanks.
What you've done is taken compilations of all this research by these kingpins, these big doctors that have been done, but you yourself are a nurse. You've done postgraduate work in this. Was nursing just not okay, or did you learn something about stress that made you want to take on climb new heights?
Well, you see all these patients with stress, and then you see all the nurses and the doctors, everybody with stress, and you begin to understand how debilitating stress is. In fact, statistics show that 80% of all illnesses is sourced in stress. Doesn't mean they don't have an infection or they don't have an ulcer. It's why is the system creating these things, and why don't they heal? Why do they turn into chronic problems?
Well, I've heard since the time I was a little boy that stress will kill. You know, we really didn't understand. We used to think ulcers were linked with stress. You know, now we're implicating bacteria. But stress does kill. I mean, and you're saying so much of that is carried around up here. Oh, stress is going to kill me.
How we view our world. We think about like our job is stressful, or the economy is stressful, or my illness is stressful. But nothing is stressful except how you perceive it. So it's an inside job. For what's stressful for one person is exhilarating for another. And your whole biochemistry plays out differently according to that perception. So if I think, I'll give you an example. You're probably very familiar with interferon. It's a very powerful anti-cancer agent, right? If somebody is having a thrill, if you thought this is an example I give in my book, if you thought bungee cord jumping was a thrill, when you jump, you're producing millions of dollars worth of interferons.
Really?
But if you're like me and you'd be totally freaked out doing a bungee cord jump and I got pushed off the bridge, no choice there, I guarantee you my system was not creating millions of dollars of interferons. It's creating a whole lot of cortisone, which is this major damaging stress hormone. But it's not the bungee cord jump that did it, it's the perception. And we have power over our perceptions. A lot of our perceptions are based on our beliefs. Where do our beliefs come? So if we begin to explore that, we begin to do something called epigenetic interventions and change the way our genes and our stress hormones are responding in our bodies.
See, we talk about lifestyle on this show. You can exercise like I do, you can jog, you can eat differently, you can supplement and so forth. But now we're still learning, aren't we? Epigenetics, can you alter the destiny of that gene? My guest today, Susie Roos, says absolutely, and she's published it, Harnessing the Power of the Mind and Begin Healing. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Don't go away, my friends. I'll be right back with more.